Not sure what I want to say really, just feel that a video would be better than writing today, as I've been trying to write on my blog site, and everything I write just doesn't seem to express in any way how I really feel about what's happening in my life at the moment. I have come to what feels like a brick wall in my fears about survival, doing painting, trying to paint in a way that I think really reflects how I feel inside about the world, about love, about life, and everything. And I'm really struggling with that at the moment. It's a real struggle to really express how I feel. I've managed to be off Facebook and purify myself from the addiction of kind of going on there every day and needing to post. This was really taking energy away from me. But I still go on Instagram and I'm looking at other artists and comparing myself to them. And I really think, it's helpful in terms of giving you ideas about what you want to achieve, but also comparison of yourself against others is like an ego, a competitive thing. And I know I still have this in me, and I know if I don't go on Instagram or if I don't go on Facebook or whatever, I'm still going to encounter this in real life. But I feel at the moment it's part of a purification process. So it's looking at all those things that I do kind of routinely that aren't really helping me, that are not really in line with what I'm trying to express about this life and how I want to be in this life, how I want to live my life in what's called now Christ consciousness, which is nothing to do with Christianity. It's a way of being. It's very similar to Buddhism, actually. It's a way of being connected to Source and living as Source instead of living as what you just see yourself as, a body. You're more than a body. You're not just a body. You don't cause yourself to be here. There's a whole lot of this world, this life that we don't see. We choose not to see it because we choose to keep on hold of our beliefs and our values of everything and our fears. And this is what I'm looking at in myself at the moment, and it's a process. It's a practice. It's a very real way of living. It's living as Christ. It's living as the Son of God. Or, some people don't like that because they think it sounds religious because of Christianity and because of what Yeshua did. It's not a religion. It's a way of being in this world. It's a practice. It's a form of meditation. It's a form of constantly going inwards and looking at what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and paying attention to that, and not analysing it, but choosing to pick thoughts that will replace not negative thinking. I don't like to call it negative thinking, because people then make a judgment about negative thinking, that then negative thinking is bad. It's a way of being that replaces your usual routine. Oh, here's my cat, look. Here's my cat. She's come to see me. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Bobs. She's trying to talk to me. She wants something. It's a way of replacing the habitual tape of thoughts that go round and round and round when you have your fears, when you have your judgments, when you have replacing with what you want to manifest, with what you want to see in your life. And this takes a lot of courage to do this practice. So I'm trying to bring it into my painting. I'm trying to, because I really want to paint realistically, and I want to paint in a way that expresses life in everything, that we are really in everything. Yeah. I lost my train of thought now. This is the trouble with me doing videos. But I really felt like doing a video today, and I think I'm gonna post this on Facebook. I'm gonna see. I think I'll post it on my website as well. I'm just trying to think of an example of what I'm doing. So with my thinking, so at the weekend, not last weekend, but the weekend before, when Bobby disappeared, Bobby the cat, she disappeared and she was gone all day, and we were so worried about her, and we realised just how much part of a family she is. I know it's not a great big fear, and I do have lots of really big fears, but it still was a fear. And I decided to call upon Angel Michael, because he is, it's not a he, by the way, all angels are not he, it's just how it's written. He is a being like we are, but he's not male or female, so but I don't want to call him it. But he told me, instead of looking at your fears and thinking, oh no, what if she doesn't return? What if something bad has happened to her? Oh dear, we can't find her, and it going round and round with these fears in your mind. Instead of doing that, why don't you just relax, breathe, and try and imagine what the best outcome would be in your mind. So envisage what you want to see. And so I had this image in my head of seeing Bobby just, trot across the grass in the back garden, which is often how I see her when I go outside in the back garden. I'm putting the washing out or something, and this is what I saw, and I really strongly kept, as soon as I started to go down the route of the fear thoughts again, I kept having this image in my head. It's not an easy thing to remember to do. It's like reprogramming yourself. And I do struggle with it a lot. And I know that a lot of people will say that this is it's almost trying to force it to be good. But I don't know, it seems to work for me. And I've noticed thoughts that I've kind of had, well, I've not really been completely aware of them, and then they've come true. So I know that what you think in your head truly is what manifests this reality that we're living in. It is everything. What you think and feel, what you feel in this realm, I think is really, really important. Because what you feel creates the thoughts. And then the thoughts from that create more feelings. So this is how fear has continued forever. Because we cycle it round and round. And we don't know how to kind of put a halt to the fear. Because one fear creates another fear, and it's kind of exponential. It kind of adds on and on and on and on to that. And over a period of time, there's so many ingrained fears that it's very difficult to undo it. It's like a load of knots, all completely tightly tied up together. And this is how I see it. This is how I see the Akashic records. This is how I think we can rewrite them, is because we can in our lifetime that we're in now, if in this lifetime, not this lifetime, but in this incarnation, if in this incarnation we can undo all those knots, we can rewrite our past, almost, in a way. We can almost say there is no past, there was no fear, it never has been, because we can completely undo it in this life. And this is what Christ consciousness is. This is what I'm doing. I'm rewriting, because when I rewrite my own soul journey, my own soul path, I also affect everyone else, because we are one. We are one mind. We are one consciousness. We are always connected to God, whether you know it or not. And we always have the spiral of knowledge that we can connect to. We always have this. And I think, and I know now that this is my only path. This is the only route for me now. But it's really hard. It's really hard to keep it going. Sometimes just to keep everything going is a real struggle for me. I find life most of the time really chaotic, unless I have absolute quiet and I'm just doing one thing. But I never am. I'm always doing so many different things, because I love so many different things. And I try and just focus on that thing when I'm doing that thing, like I'm doing this video now to you and everybody. I try and just focus on that. I just really wanted to do a video instead of writing, because writing has been really difficult for me. It just seems like it's part of this brick wall that I'm encountering at the moment, which is, it just feels like I can't get past it. I can't get past these certain fears that I have. And I think if I do post this video, which I'm pretty certain I will, it's one of those fears actually, being, I've made a hole in the wall. you know, by just making this video literally and posting it, because I really want people, I love people so much, and I really want to connect with people, but also it's kind of also just not the right time for me. I really feel like there's a whole process yet that I've got to go through before I'm ready to really face people and really show the light, spread the light, and be the light, and be everything that I know I am, because I do love you all, and I am a bit of a hermit, and I do find it difficult to be sociable and everything, but I do love people, and I do really want to help people. So anyway, there you go. I just looked at the time, 16 minutes 35. Wow. I didn't realise I could ever talk for that long. But there you go, it's a monologue. Yeah, I'll be grateful for any feedback I get from this video.